Hi everyone. Welcome to our final video in our Handshake Beginner Journey series. My name is Jillian. If you did not watch the other two videos, no worries. I will go ahead and give a little recap of each of them. But just to introduce myself, I am a career counselor in the Electrical Career Services office, and today we will be reviewing just some hacks that can be missed when first getting used to and beginning your journey on Handshake. So far, for the previous two videos, we went over how to build a strong Handshake profile and how to search for and apply for opportunities more strategically on Handshake. But like I said, Handshake can help you with much more than submitting just applications. These hacks will help you to better utilize Handshake to its full advantage. So let's go ahead and start with one of the easiest ways to improve your job search. And that is actually looking at employers' profiles. And you can do this in two sections of Handshake. So the first one is in the jobs section. So if you are actively applying or searching for a job, let's say you come across one. Let's say this Tech Town one is a little bit interesting to me. I want to read a little bit more about the organization and see if they have any other open positions. I'm going to go ahead and click on their name, and that will redirect me to their Handshake profile. You'll be able to follow them if you want to continue to see more opportunities, make sure that more events or any events that they're hosting are popping up on your feed. You'll also get a link to their website and you'll be able to see an overview of the company, any other jobs that they have posted, and any events that they may be attending or even hosting. So you can see Techtown is actually coming to Wayne State University's career fair in fall 2026. So you'll be able to see all that information in the company's profile or the employer's profile. Another section that you can kind of research more employers and even find and target some is in the employers tab. So you're able to directly search for employers in here. You can even filter by them, and I would definitely encourage you to use the filtering by industry. So let's say I'm an accounting student, I'm looking to follow some more companies. I can apply that filter and I can see, okay, here are the top ones. You can see how many followers follow them, the company size, whether they're private or public, and you can see all that good information. If you want to read a little bit more, you can go ahead and click their name. And it should redirect you to their Handshake profiles. The same information, you'll be able to follow them, see their website if you want to go check out more information, any job postings. You can also see, if they're hosting any events, contact information, and all of that good stuff. One thing to note in the employers tab is the location filter. I do advise some caution when using it as it is the location of the headquarters that the company sets when they have created their Handshake profile. So for example, if we go back to the other one, EY, their location is in New York. But we all know that they also have an office downtown Detroit. So you can kind of take with that as you will, using the location filter with caution because it does do the headquarters and not where all of the offices are located. Awesome. So that is our first hack. Now we'll move on to our second hack, which is using events as part of your job search. So if we go to this events tab in here, you'll be able to explore a whole bunch of different ones. You can see career fairs that are upcoming at our school. As you can see, Wayne State University's Mike School of Business Career Fair is happening September 9 for fall 2026. There's also the All Majors one in there. Let's see, went back a little too far. That's okay. Click right back into the events. So you can see the career fairs. We also have Career Center employer events. So this will be hosted by Electrical Career Services. Any employers that are going to be on campus or hosting virtual events with us. Career Center guidance events. And you can also see events hosted by employers. Now, if you just want to peruse all of the events, you can go ahead and scroll down And you can see them. This virtual resume drop-in workshop, you can see is hosted by Wayne State University. You can see the details on it and just a general little tag that tells you a little bit more about it. If you're interested in this event, you can go ahead and click on it and read more information about it. You can even register, see who you can reach out to if you have any questions, and all of that information. You can also filter up here and search for events that are by specific employers. So let's say, let's go with the EY again, see if they're hosting any events. And sometimes they aren't, and that's totally okay. They aren't, but it does give you some other events that might be applicable to you. I believe I saw the other day that Ally was hosting some events that were pretty interesting. All right, and you can search them. Again, you'll just click on the event if it seems of interest to you. You'll be able to register, has that host name and contact information in here. You can read a little bit more about what you will get from the event. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the events, but you can use this strategically because employers may host so many different sessions. As you can see, this one's building a career in accounting at Ally, so it's going to be a little bit more informational, but they do sometimes host office visits, recruiting events before application deadlines. Sometimes I've even seen some case studies in the events section. So there's definitely a lot that you can get out of these events, and they are all, specific to, the company, and they all offer something a little bit different. So, how this ties into your job search, attending one of these events can help you better understand the organization, the position it is hiring for, and what recruiters look for in candidates. It can also help you prepare for stronger interview questions because you'll know more than what was included in the job description. And before applying to an organization, you can search its name, like I just mentioned, and see whether it has anything coming up, if you're looking to target a specific employer. And one little key tip within this hack is I would write down three things when attending an event: the name of the recruiter or presenter, one useful thing you learned, and one question that you still have. Those details can definitely make it much easier to personalize a follow-up message because you will have, like I said, if you click into here, you'll see the contact information. So you will be able to follow up with them. And you can think of the process like this, maybe you are searching for an employer, you want to target them for a specific internship or job posting. You go to the events tab, see if they're hosting any events. You attend the event, you take notes during the event, ask questions, you apply to a position potentially with that company, and then you follow up with the recruiter that hosted the event or a recruiter that's tied to the application. So for our third hack, it is research career fair employers in advance. So we all know, and within the events tab category, like I just mentioned, you can see career fairs that are happening at our school. You can click into here and you'll be able to click into the career fair and see employers that are actually coming that have registered so far. So this is a great way to be able to see what school years that they are actively seeking, the employment type that they are currently offering, read a little bit more information about the company, as well as their profile and their website. So this is a great way to be able to make career fairs a little less overwhelming. You arrive with a plan, and Handshake allows you to review the participating employers so that you're able to make potentially a list of employers for the career fair. I would recommend designing a simple planning template. Maybe you do 3 priority employers, 2 backup employers, and then 1 question for each priority employers that you have a conversation that's more tailored to the employer instead of just a general question of, hey, I'm looking for an internship. What internships are you offering? Maybe you talk a little bit about how your values align with their mission and the culture at the company and why you are seeking an internship with them and, why you're just interested in them in general. So I would definitely recommend doing that. Our next hack is to read recruiter messages carefully. Now, as you can see, my student Handshake profile has been a little inactive, so I need to take my own advice. But in this inbox, you'll see messages from actual recruiters that are reaching out to you and who want to, start a conversation with you, whether that's attending an event, whether that's they think that you're a good fit for a position, they want you to apply, or they're just letting you know about some information. So I definitely recommend, coming in here and reading any of these that may seem interesting to you. My next hack is to learn from students and alumni. So here is another section of Handshake that's really interesting is that you can connect with fellow Wayne State University students. You can follow them, you can message with them, kind of like think of this as LinkedIn. You can set up an informational session with them. Maybe you see that they are a Wayne State University alumni and that you would like to talk further because you see that they're working at the company that we were targeting. Let's say they work at Ally and that you just have a few more questions about them. So you can always do that, and you can find fellow Wayne State University students and alumni in the Explore page. You can also go to the People page as well. Now I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to give out, anyone's information on here just from my student profile view, but I definitely recommend doing so. Now, the next hack is to look beyond the Jobs tab. So, the Jobs tab may get the most attention, but some of the most helpful features in Handshake can actually be found in the Career Center tab. So, the exact options you see may vary, but this area is designed to connect you with career services, so my office, and resources available through our university. So, in this Career Center tab, you'll be able to book appointments with a career counselor. You'll be able to read curated content and resources for you all. So I would definitely recommend coming in here and checking these out because these are things that you're able to access just right through a computer and just by being a Wayne State University student. Um, and you also are able to do any surveys. For example, I think we have a internship survey, and we usually will do a graduation survey. You'll be able to locate that in here. And then we did touch on collections in one of our previous videos, but if this is your first video that you're watching, I definitely would recommend checking out our collections. We have so many in here. Let's say you want to just see who really works with us, what employers are currently working with Wayne State University specifically. You can go ahead and see a list of those employers in here, and you can also see any jobs that are actively open. Oh, Handshake is definitely not only a job board, it is also one of the main ways that you can connect with career support at Wayne State University, especially through those appointments. So our seventh hack is to keep your profile updated, and you can access your profile by clicking on your icon at the top right corner. You can click on profile, and we did kind of review this already in the first video that is part of this series, but just keeping it updated regularly is really helpful because this is the main way that recruiters will reach out to you. They'll see your profile and then they will send you a message in here. So definitely keeping it as updated as possible is always good. And maybe you do this every semester. So the final hack I have is to use Handshake before you need it. Do not wait until you recently or urgently need a job or internship to open Handshake. Using this platform consistently gives you more time to explore opportunities, research employers, attend events, build connections, and prepare for an application deadline. Even spending about like 10 minutes on Handshake once a week can help you stay informed, and it can also help to show what or to kind of put what comes up at the front of your feed when you click on all of these different tabs. So making sure that you're staying on here, like I said, whether even if it's just 10 minutes a week is totally okay, but the more, the better usually. Awesome. So now you have completed the Handshake Beginner's Journey series. Throughout this series, you learn how to create a profile, that employers can find, search and apply more strategically to jobs and internships, recognize potential job scams, research employers, prepare for career fairs, and use events and other features that students often overlook strategically. So your next step is to choose one handshake habit you can complete consistently. Maybe you'll check your messages once a week up in this inbox category, or maybe you review upcoming events. Maybe you even research employers in this employers tab, or you go ahead and search for them in the jobs tab as well. I definitely would recommend, like I said, update your profile at the beginning of each semester, or even just every year, just to make sure that it's updated for when employers do reach out to you. Lastly, we learned that you can connect with other students and alumni through the Explore tab or the People tab. And remember, you don't have to navigate that journey alone. For personalized support with your resume, job search, career fair preparation, interview, or career goals, schedule an appointment with Eligible Career Services in the Career Center tab through Handshake. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us for this beginner journey series. We hope to see you on Handshake and in the Career Services office soon. Thank you, everyone.